cat at Kattalestv. Lots of things have been going on, and one of them is I got kicked off Twitter. You know, I tell long stories, so I'll just get into it. After the insurrection, you know, where the people who were for Trump took over the Capitol, and like 5 people died, including, was it 2 police officers committed suicide and 1 died during the insurrection, and then other ones were injured. The FBI was looking for help with finding the people who did it, broke the law, committed multiple felonies, did all kinds of crazy things like defecate all over the walls, steal Nancy Pelosi's laptop, and a lot of people just didn't take this thing seriously. I mean, they didn't seem to realize that is sensitive data. That is domestic terrorism. And I took this very seriously. And I have certain skills because not only am I a photographer, but I'm able to take different information from different people and kind of assimilate it, because I used to work in a library and I love reading books and I'm really good at research. That's another story. But part of being a photojournalist and a journalist is you know how to search things and see things that are similar, and then maybe able to look at clothing and identify people. So I was doing that on Twitter. Literally, as soon as I was getting data from other photojournalists as well as regular people who were posting pictures and videos, and I was using my skill set to identify and locate some of these people. One of them lives in California, in Huntington Beach, and this person, Christopher Drew Martin, bragging that he was a part of the insurrection and that they had stormed the Capitol, and he made a bunch of claims in that video. When I saw that video, I made jokes about him being a wannabe Billy Idol. At the time, I didn't even realize he was a hairdresser. There was a gentleman that posted the video, and it was shared on Instagram, and I believe Christopher Drew posted on Instagram first, and then someone put the video up, and then it was shared on Twitter, and then I started like analyzing the video and noticing that obviously it was in a hotel room, and then I started deducting like it's not that difficult to find these people because there's only so many hotels close to DC, close to the Capitol, and all of these hotels have video cameras. And even one interviewer had interviewed the zip tie guy who's with his mother, who was filmed wearing like camo military garb and zip ties on his hip, and he was interviewed with his mom. And I noticed during that video, I was like, who's that chick he's with? I thought it was his girlfriend. It's very strange that a man comes with his mother to be a terrorist at the Capitol, but that's a whole nother story. Getting back to Christopher Drew Martin, he did this video where he's like bragging and everything, and I'm analyzing the video, looking at the hotel room, and then I started posting things on Twitter like, you know, within a 5 or 10 mile radius, how many hotels are there? So I started linking the list of the hotels, and then it turns out some of them were staying at the Hyatt. So I was telling like different people, you know, call up these hotels, find out if these people stay there. Those hotels should contact the FBI and help them turn in the suspects that had, you know, I don't even know what the right word is. My mind gets very angry and I lose words, but what they did was wrong, and they committed several felonies, and they breached a hallowed ground, and I take that stuff very seriously. my sister is a police officer. That could have been her dragged down the stairs. So anyway, or injured. She risked her life for people every day. And there's tons of people that are in the Capitol who work for the government in multiple positions, who risk their lives and do their job to make this great so-called country work. So I literally was on the computer for hours doing what I could do and posting it on my Twitter feed, and then also sending it to the FBI Washington Bureau. So getting back to Christopher Drew Martin. So recently, like a couple days ago, there was more pictures the FBI was looking for. One of them was a person who is wanted in regards to leaving the pipe bombs around the Capitol. And I thought the pictures were very interesting, and the video was interesting in the sense of the person looked like a female and had a very odd walk and looked like their shoes didn't fit properly, and they kind of slipped in a way which made me think they were trying to appear taller than they were. And again, it was a slim person's body. That was like less than 5 days ago, I think. And another weird thing started happening on my Twitter feed that I was ignoring. It kept asking me to give out my phone number, like confirm my phone number. I don't use my phone to do online tweets, okay? I just don't do it. I just ignored it. So I forgot something else happened. I made a joke. Somebody asked, what's the most hated fruit in the world? And they said bananas. And I'm a sarcastic person, and I don't know if you guys told you this, but I used to do stand-up comedy, but that's a whole nother story. So on my tweet I said Lady G, and some people got the joke. Lady G is a name for Lindsey Graham. But what was interesting is literally within 24 hours my Twitter feed was locked, and it said you violated Twitter's rules, and it posted the tweet. The tweet was from January 11th, where I listed Christopher Drew Martin's business address because he is a hairdresser. Since he was bragging about storming the Capitol, and since 5 people died and hundreds of people were injured, plus it was a security breach. I don't know if you guys understand this, but imagine the center of your world is shown to be easily robbed, where all kinds of people with different factions and different beliefs and different criminality know they can just come in your house and rip it apart. And to me, that's what happened. Also, I need to clarify, in case you guys didn't know, I was robbed several years ago in Beverly Hills by several people. And how this ties into it is that anytime I see people outnumbered and beat up, it triggers me. So again, I take this very seriously, and recently in Beverly Hills there was a robbery like a couple of steps away where I was robbed, and I took that seriously too. So and I put information on my Twitter feed about that, saying that the cops taking 9 minutes to show up when the police department is literally 2 blocks away is ridiculous. They are too slow. And I'm changing the subject for a little bit to get this train of thought, but Beverly Hills has now rehired their private security force, which is sort of like a Blackwater type of company that is now patrolling Beverly Hills. Now, it brings up several issues of what kind of police department is the Beverly Hills, that they can't do their job properly, and they can't walk the beat in Beverly Hills to make sure the streets are safe. It's very strange And it also brings back what happened in Washington, D.C. We're finding out that the powers that be told the acting like police chief to stand down. They couldn't bring more people in, like the National Guard couldn't be called in until like the last possible minute. So it was like an inside job. So again, I took this shit real seriously. I had posted Christopher Drew Martin's business address because it's online. He's on Yelp, and I posted it. And again, that was January 11th. So somehow it took Twitter over 2 months to lock my account. They told me, if you don't take down this post, your Twitter feed will be locked. Hence, my Twitter feed is locked. I, again, take this very seriously in regards to criminality, what these people did, what these terrorists did, what these domestic terrorists did, and also the fact that the FBI was asking for help. The FBI is problematic, we know that. However, since we believe in a democracy and we've been brought here to serve this country in so many different aspects, I thought it was my duty to do and give whatever skills set I had to help the FBI track down these motherfuckers. And what's hysterical, Christopher Drew Martin, he still has a Facebook page that's up. He's still posting. By the last time I checked, the day that I got kicked off Twitter, he was still posting on Facebook, and he's not even in jail. I don't even know if he's going to face serious charges or not, but I just find it very ironic that my black ass is kicked off Twitter, yet Christopher Drew Martin is posting pictures of himself on a cliff overlooking the ocean, and he's able to do whatever he wants. So yeah, there's a difference the way I'm treated than other people. Another side story is that after the insurrection, the sedition, I designed a shirt that said sedition, and it was typed, the word sedition, and it said like 01/06/21. I believe it's the date of the crime. And I posted on Redbubble, and within, I don't know, a couple of days, they pulled the design down. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would they pull that design down? It didn't make any sense. And I literally contacted Redbubble via their site, and then I think via email, and then I just went on blast on Twitter, and I said, listen, maybe they didn't get the tags right, maybe they didn't understand what I was saying. I'm saying it was sedition, it was a crime, and it wasn't like I was bragging what they did. I wasn't supporting what they did. I was calling them out. And it's fascinating, again, on Etsy, there was people still selling Camp Auschwitz up until several days after the insurrection. And one of the terrorists, domestic terrorists, was wearing that shirt at the insurrection, at the storming of the Capitol. And then finally Etsy took it down. So again, there's like several different things going on. It's like I get shut down and people are in my ass all the time, controlling what I do, controlling my artwork, all kinds of weird things that I find just fascinating, besides being racist and misogynistic. But again, in regards to Christopher Drew Martin and posting his business address, not his home address, but his business address that is on Yelp, and since he bragged about storming the Capitol, I posted his business address, and I will not apologize for it. So you may not ever see me on Twitter again. I can live with that. but it's a badge of honor for me to be kicked off twittwat if I can't serve the country that I live in to the best of my ability. And I just want to share that with you. But I hope we find, and all the people, I just want to give a shout out. I don't know if you guys are going to see this, the ones I'm speaking to, because I'm off Twitter. But there's a guy that I followed, and I can't remember his name, but there were several men that I was following that were doing the research, doing the interviews in Washington, D.C., also putting these pieces together and sharing it so other people could help. And I just want to thank you. It wasn't just men, but I'm thinking specifically of these people that I was following on Twitter. But there's so many people that were helping the FBI identifying these suspects, and I'm so proud of us, because what a wonderful thing to do when we collectively use our skills to help and make the world a better place. So I'm proud of doing my small part. I can live without Twitter. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. So take care, and let's make America live up to the promises and its Constitution and its pledges that we've taken for granted for so long. Let's see if our elected leaders will actually do their job and live up to the promise of democracy. Thank you for watching. This is Kattalestv. You can find me on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I don't do it often. They might kick me off because I reposted the caption or the screenshot of what Twitter sent me, and it included Christopher Drew Martin's information in regards to it's in the tweet. So I don't know if I'm on Instagram anymore, but you can find me on YouTube. So thanks, and I'm working on some ideas to bring you more content. So stay tuned.